Alright everybody, welcome back. Today is section 10.5 and we're talking about choosing perimeter, circumference, or area. 10.5, choosing perimeter, circumference, or area. Alright, so I guess the question we could start with here, and I don't think this video will take very long because it's kind of discussing things we've talked about before. Imagine that Mr. Gummerson was out on the front grass area because he needs to reseed the lawn. You guys have probably seen him paying attention to all the grass and trying to make sure it's looking beautiful and everything. So imagine that he needed to reseed the lawn. Do you think he should calculate the perimeter of the lawn or the area of the lawn? Okay, so think about that. Put that answer in the comments section below if you think he should be choosing area or perimeter to find out how much seed he should put on that lawn. Pause the video, put it in. Okay, he should actually be trying to find out the area, okay, because we're seeding the whole lawn there. The key to figuring out when you need to use perimeter or circumference versus when you need to use the area, you have to ask yourself, well, do I need to know the distance around something? Remember, perimeter is around something, or circumference is around a circle. Or do I need to know the measurement of the region enclosed by the figure? Am I talking about the inside of the figure, like seeding the lawn, that's the inside? Or am I talking about the perimeter, if we were walking around the outside? Okay, so that's the question you need to ask yourself when you're trying to figure out which thing you need to use. If you look at page 458, on the very top, we don't always go over the guided practice, but this time we're going over the guided practice at the very top, number 3. The question is, well, the instructions say, tell whether you would need to calculate perimeter, circumference, or area to find each measure. And number 3 reads, the amount of grazing space in a square pasture. So we're going back to the grazing, right? So that's where you got the animals and they're grazing. That means they're eating, right? There's a tail and a head there. It looks like a dead cat or something. Amount of grazing space. So is that the distance around? Is that what grazing space means? Is it on the outside? Or is grazing space on the inside? Okay, because they're grazing for grass. So they're going to eat all this grass. So grazing space is actually on the inside. So we're going to be wanting to know the area in this case for number 3. What about number 4? It says the amount of fencing needed for a circular garden. Fencing for a circular garden. Well, here's our circular garden, and we need a fence. So we're going to, put up a nice fence around there. Those are fence posts. See, it's not a perfect fence, but a fence nonetheless. Now, is the fence going around the outside of the garden, or is it going around the inside of the garden? So the fence is not on the inside, so we're actually talking about circumference. But the fact that this is a circle, it's like the perimeter of a circle, so it's circumference. I would let you get away with perimeter in this case, because it's kind of the same. So that's how you would do it. In the exercises, still on page 458, if you go to like number 1, the amount of wood needed to frame a circular mirror. Okay, so again, it's the same thing. We can almost use our picture for number 4. This is number 1 now. Number 1 on the written exercises. This is a mirror, it's circular, and you're framing it with wood. So you're going to need to know the circumference to figure out how much wood you need, or how wide the circular wood needs to be, or the hole you need to cut in the wood to make the frame. So again, that's circumference or perimeter. When you get down to number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, pay attention to the instructions. Use the figure at the right. The figure has all the necessary pieces of information that you need. You're just going to have to figure out, how to subtract and add the areas of different shapes to figure things out here. You're going to need maybe circumference and perimeter as well. But you don't just decide whether it's perimeter, circumference, or area. You need to also solve. Remember, at the end it says then solve. So pay attention to the instructions. I think I'm going to leave that up to you guys. I think you'll do pretty well with that. So that will be the end of this video for now. Thank you.